What's going on, y'all? It's your boy ABC bringing you some more Pogo Bros content. And we got some good news because Spring Cup is finally done. Thank goodness. And just to commemorate the occasion, I got some Open Master League battles for you. And two of the three Pokemon, or you've seen them before, we got Zekrom and Metagross, but the best buddy ribbon today goes on level 51 Enamorus. And it's actually a functional hundo. It's a 15-15-14 IV, but when it's best buddy, it's got the same stats as a hundo. So we've got some really good Enamorus content in store for you. We've got a spicy moveset on with Grass Knot and Fly, and as you'll see in the battles, I'm gonna wish I had Dazzling Gleam on them, but Grass Knot may or may not come in handy in some battles. So we'll get into the battles and we'll show you what we got. All right. Into the first battle, we got a Palkia on the lead. It's going to be a very neutral matchup. I do believe we outpaced to the first move before they get to the Spatial Rend, so we're going to throw this immediately, expecting to get a shield. They do commit the shield, and there's unfortunately no debuff. And I tried to catch a Spatial Rend, but they hold on to their energy, and man, this Aqua Tail does a lot of damage. And then they come in with a Kyurem White in the back. This is very unfortunate. I probably could have gotten one more Fairy Wind in and maybe baited a Dazzling Gleam, but we do a lot of damage anyways, and they don't shield. So we're gonna come back in with the Metagross now, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to start shielding here. They do go for a Fusion Flare. We shield once, and we should be able to get this farm down. Yes, we do. We have a lot of energy now going into the Dialga, and we're just gonna full send the Earthquake right here. I don't want to bait. And we do a heavy amount of damage right there. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to switch and force the opponent to throw or switch out, and they opt to switch out. So now they're going to throw the Aqua Tail. It does take us out. At this point, we can go for the farm down, though, because they're out of energy. And as long as we don't get a one-turn lag, we should be good here. We're going to shield up any move that they bring. They throw the Iron Head. Luckily, we have a move or more or less two moves saved up. And we get that win. The opponent sees the writing on the wall. It's GG's. All right, and in this next matchup, I save swap into the Enamorus. Looking back, I probably should have done the Metagross because we'd be doing super effective damage with our fast moves. But I was afraid of their Astonishes doing heavy damage, but they wouldn't get stab damage on it. I probably should have done that. But now that we're in this matchup, I'm going to shield whatever they throw. And they have a Primarina, and I'm going to full send the Grass Knot here, see what happens. And oh my goodness, that does a lot of damage. We do not get the farm down, but I'm going to come back in probably with the Zekrom here to go for a farm down. If they blind throw, it's probably going to be a Hydro Cannon. They actually get no move off, so this is fantastic for us. We're going to hard swap back into that Metagross. We get the farm down, and they have a Kyurem in the back, and this is looking really good. So we're getting to this first Meteor Mash here. The opponent commits a shield here, but we have that energy lead, so we're gonna likely commit a shield here and get this second shield off of them. Actually, no, we let it through, and we actually played our win condition here, and we can just go for a clear farm down here. This isn't the Kyurem White, so they're not doing super effective damages with their Shadow Claw fast move, and we go ahead for that farm down for the win. GG's. All right, in this next matchup, Dragonite in the lead. I play this match horribly. I don't know why I'm switching out of here. I believe we win I could just 2-shield and farm them down, and then we get hard punished with the Ho-Oh against our Metagross. We're making sure to throw in good timing to get as many moves and damages out as possible, and we're able to get to the second Meteor Mash here. The opponent actually commits a shield, so that's good. They didn't have to, but I'm glad they did. So we're going to come back in now with our Zekrom here. And we get one turn lag denied, which sucks. Tired of seeing this, honestly. You're going to see that a lot in this video. So now we're not able to get to that second charge move before the opponent throws their move. So now we have to shield, and the opponent goes for the most obvious snipe of all time. I should have switched into the Enamorus already and caught that move. Instead, I have to give up our last shield. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we need to just go for a full farm down and hope that we can sweep in the back. So we're going to do that, but not before the opponent gets off a third charge move against us. Very annoying here. The opponent rightfully goes for the superpower to reduce farm and to get more damage off. We're going to throw in good timing again. And we'll see if the opponent wants a shield. Nope, they're going to save all the shields in the back for a Necrozma. And yeah, this is looking like a GG's, unfortunately. But we can throw off some flies here for science to see how much they do. It does about like a quarter, which is not bad. I'm just going to hope that the opponent doesn't shield this, but they go ahead and do. We do get the defense drop, so we're just going to throw this move again for science to see how much it does. One's debuffed, and okay, that does a respectable amount of damage. Unfortunately, though, they're going to take us out with a Sunsteel Strike. Yikes. GG's. Okay, next matchup. We see the Necrozma in the front, which is quite frankly where we want to see it here. I'm just going to hope that they let a move through, but they get to their charge move first. This is just a Dark Pulse. We can take that. Hopefully they let this crunch through, because then it'll be a lot easier for our team in the back. Luckily they do. No defense drop. And at this point, I think Zekrom has done its job. I'm looking to soft lose this matchup so that way we can get a fat farm down. And do we get there? Yes. Huge farm down for the Enamorus. And they come in with a Landorus. It makes me wonder what on earth they have in the back. But we're just going to go ahead and start throwing these flies before they potentially get us with a debuff. They do win CMP tie here, but I'm sensing a bait here. I'm not shielding nothing. We call the bait. We're looking really good right now. That does next to nothing. And Enamorus is very glassy, by the way, if you haven't already noticed. I don't know why I played to a CMP tie here. I guess I was just so afraid of them catching a move that I was fine with them throwing anyways. So do I try for an undercharge? I do. It still takes them out. So now they have a Kyurem in the back, and we're looking really good here with 2 shields. I don't know why the opponent hasn't top left it. I guess they're playing to their win condition. They're throwing the Fusion Bolt, and we shield that up, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall. GG's. All right, into the next matchup. We got a Kyurem White in the lead, and yeah, this is tough. Enamorus, I wanted to try Enamorus before Kyurem White and Black came in. But now that Kyurem White's in here, like that fast move pressure is just so oppressive here. I'm going to let this move through. They can take me out, and they do. But we're going to go ahead for a big farm down here. We unfortunately get a 1-turn lag, so that forces us to throw up a shield here as opposed to getting a clean farm down, which sucks. But we're just going to play through it right now. The opponent comes in with a Hoopa. My goodness. We're jumping through all sorts of hoops and hurdles here in this battle. Okay, yeah, that's enough. And we're just going to go for this farm down here. The opponent, I guess, was very as surprised as I was to see a hoop on their screen, and they allow us to snipe them. And then we're looking good here. Do I call this bait again? Of course we do. Yep, these opponents are just going for that debuff, and they've already resigned from the match. This is yep, GG's. They see the writing on the wall. Bye-bye. All right, next matchup here. We see the Landers in the front, so what we're going to do is we're going to one-shield this. We're doing a lot of damage with our Dragon Breath, so we're going to soften this thing up. And we're also going to throw a move here, too. They're probably going to shield because that's what Landorus users do, and I'm hoping for a debuff, and of course we don't get it. But now, yep, we get that catch, baby. We're looking really good right now. Yes, love seeing the Sandseer Storms go on our double resisted. Enamorus here. We've banked up the fly here. Unfortunately, this energy doesn't go very far on the Dialga. This really makes me wish I had Dazzling Gleam right now because the opponents certainly are not respecting my charge moves, but we get some good chip in there. Although I do want to preserve the Enamorus for later on because okay, yeah, because there's still Landorus, and I wanted to make sure we have that energy on the Enamorus. So we're going to get that shield here, and then we're going to let the opponent take us out here. No big deal. So now, what are we going to do? I think we can get this farm down with Zekrom. Yes, let's go for it. Let's go. Can we get it? Yes. All right, and I imagine they're going to come back in with their Dialga because they have a lot of energy, but they actually come in with the Palkia, and that is disastrous because we could have thrown a much stronger move, and then they go for the catch. My goodness. This opponent is saucing me up really good right now. I got to tip my cap, man. I'm not wearing one. No cap. This opponent is going crazy right now. And they get that Aqua Tail off. And can we get to the move? No, we get farmed down. GG's. Man, you got to tip your cap to good opponent play sometimes, and that was a good example right there. Okay, in this next one, we have a Kyurem Black, it looks like. and it's got Dragon Tail on it, so we're gonna let them move through. It's actually a Fusion Bolt, which is double resisted. We lost the CMP tie, but we're able to get our move off, and then we Dragon Breath them down. So we won in the zeros against a 5,000 CP Pokemon. That's crazy. So this alignment is really helpful for us now because we're able to bring in our Metagross against the Zacian. We don't gotta shield nothing. We can tank any one move here. They decide to switch out into the Rhyperior. So I want to throw in good timing and get this move off so that way they don't get a huge energy lead. They shield it up, and we're coming out with the Enamorus. The opponent isn't throwing their energy, so I make sure to throw in good timing, and let's see if they respect the grass knot. Do they? Boom! Let's go! The opponent top lefts. Bye! All right, into the final match. And some of you may have seen this battle before, and that's because I posted it on a short a couple days ago. It's got over 200 views, by the way, so thanks everyone for showing the love. Keep it up. But I'll kind of, narrate a little bit for those that have missed. We just got a sweet catch right there. Let's go. All right, so we're farming up a lot of energy on this floor just right now. We have preserved the Zekrom in the lead too. They go for a Moonblast, and they actually get the 10% debuff, which sucks. So I'm going to try and undercharge this to maybe get a little more damage, but we still take them out. And now they come in with the Dialga, and I just went straight Meteor Mash. And if you ask what am I thinking, in my defense, this was done on Easter, and my parents were telling me that dinner was ready, and so they distracted me. And at this point, I'm telling them, you guys made me lose. I'm just like playing, tapping, half looking at the screen. That's why I wasn't top lefting. I should have, and I'd normally do in this kind of circumstance, but I'm just gonna go through it and just play it out and see what happens. We get the fly off, they can tank it, and at this point I just go for I try to go for a farm down here, but I gotta commit the last shield here. Their Dragon Breath are doing nothing, but I have energy, so I'm gonna throw a fly into this Kyurem, and obviously they're gonna shield. Actually, yep, they shield, and I get the nice and nasty catch right there. Let's go. The Fusion Flare goes into the Metagross, and I'm able to get to this fly. Those functional Hundo IVs coming through. I got some health left. And why is that important? Because the Dialga's Dragon Breaths do nothing to me, and I get that farm down to seal the win I should have never gotten. GG's. And hey, that's actually all the battles, guys. Hope you enjoyed this showcase. I lost a lot of elo with this team. I would not recommend it. Enamorus would have been great in a pre-Kyurem white and black meta, but this is the reality we're dealing with here. And if you do decide to run it, I would definitely put Dazzling Gleam on it. Probably go Dazzling Gleam and Fly, but the Grass Knot's made for some pretty cool booms against the Primarina and the Rhyperiors, so it's all for the content. It's all for having fun here, guys. But hey, thanks for watching this video. We're going to get more out to you guys. Let me know if you want to see any particular teams or Pokemon in the coming weeks, because we have Great League, Ultra League, Master League. Just let me know. But either way, like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, neighbors, family. You know the deal. Thanks for the support, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.